You're the leader of this show.
I'm the leader of this show?
You're the leader of this show.
I'm not the leader of the show. You're
right.
the leader.
I'll start.
I'm Kevin Keith, and this is Rebuilding Generations. It's a Wednesday night here. We've got a lot going on. We're getting ready for our trip to California. We've got our new dually here. We got an 08 dually we purchased so that we would have a great tow vehicle to be able to get our cars moved around. They are putting a basically a gooseneck fifth wheel mount inside the truck so we can pull a 2-car trailer because we are going to be doing 2 cars a year instead of 1 right now. We've got the guys working on the other trailer over here. This is our flatbed trailer we use from towing around. Mirage, again, has been awesome, supplying us a trailer to be able to drive. So we're putting a winch on it, so it'll make it a lot easier for us for pulling the cars up around. Let's take a walk inside and see what we got going on in the shop today. Actually, while we're here, we've got Brett from Christian Brothers back over here. Brett is checked out the dually today for us. So what do you think?
It's a nice truck. You got a great deal on a truck there, so that's gonna pull a lot of cars.
Yeah, and so Brett basically took the car to his shop today, went through the whole car, looked at everything on it. We noticed that the serpentine belt was bad, so you took care of that, replaced that for us. Checked all the fluids on it. We realized we've got a little bit of a pressure problem on the tire, so we have a tire guy who's over here from Discount Tire. I'll be checking the tires on it tomorrow, and then the guys will be loaded up next week and headed to California. So we can't thank you enough for all your support and the youth and everything you're doing and helping us out. So again, it's a great opportunity for a local guy that saw a great thing, got involved, and is here not only helping us with the vehicle and building it, but he's doing and using his business to help the program to be successful and making sure the kids have a safe vehicle to travel in.
Very much so.
Thanks, brother. I appreciate it. Let's head on in. Our tire guy's going to check out all of our tires for us. So, you get to see the Mustang. Doesn't look like it's much right now. Believe it or not, this thing will be put together here in about 3 to 4 days and on the road on Sunday. So from Wednesday to Sunday, ton of work's going to be done. We actually have a special guest here. We have Bill Paddock from Phoenix Industries, an amazing company, builds an amazing product for all of the fittings that we're going to be putting on the car. So we're excited about that. Little history, actually, Bill and I got to talk about some things, and Bill actually used to work in the medical field in the same industry my dad did. So again, this is a second person that I've ran into that is in the industry that worked with my father in the medical field. Another one is Carson Lev, who works with Chip Foose, and I think he's working with Ryan over at West Coast Customs. He actually worked for my dad when he was younger and in the medical field. So it's kind of funny how my dad was a big reason of Wednesday night guy night of why we started Rebuilding Generations. It was some of the best memories as a child that I had of being able to learn how to work on cars. With Mert Littlefield was there, Keith Black used to be there, and at 5 years old I didn't know the amazing talent and great guys that were in front of me teaching me, but they took the time, they took the patience to teach me things. And so that's what we're doing here, and that's the reason for the program. It's the older guys mentoring the younger through the restoration of a car.
Good evening, Ian, Rebuilding Generations again. It's Wednesday evening. We've got a lot going on tonight. On the Mustang, what we're doing is we're putting back the front suspension that we took out so we could get the lizard skin into different locations. They're actually putting the shocks, coilovers back in on the beautiful Detroit Speed front end. We worked on the Flexolite radiator. It's now bracketed in. They have the coolest bracket setup. The sliding track really makes it simple and works in just about any application. Jeremy's back there working. This is a Fastback Mustang. He's actually building some panels, and we're going to cut those panels into where the original louvers went. Beautifully done. He's actually not only templated it out of cardboard, he's now made it out of steel. We've rolled the steel a bit to get some shape. And we're going to put NACA ducts in it, which should be really cool. A NACA duct is kind of a shape of a duct that's used in racing, and it's a brake duct. NACA is just the shape of a specialized duct. It collects the air is what that does. Also, what we've done on the Mustang, again, we lizard skinned. We put both the ceramic coating and the sound coating on it. Beautiful product. Went right on. It adheres well. Very little mess, really. The kids sprayed it. They did a great job on it. We did that last Saturday, so that's completely done. We've did a little touch-up paint work on the firewall today. That was finished. We've also put the gas tank sending unit and pickup in, and it's moving right along. So what we're doing now is they're also running the wires so we can get the wiring harness in the car, and we're heading to California on Sunday with it. Stop.
Yeah, it's way too high.
That's too high?
Oh yeah.
Okay, we'll have to compress the shock then.
So what I'm doing right now is I'm making a template from a template to make filler pieces in here that will have the NACA ducts in them. The reason being is because it's painted, so we can't do any grinding or welding or anything on the car. So I'll make this my base template to make a separate piece on the bench that'll fill the area and make it look cool.
Well, we are putting the throwout bearing on the transmission drive shaft, and there's a guide pin here, and they make it long to begin with, so we've got to cut it down. And we have to do that since we've already got it started while it's on the transmission. This will move clear up to here when it's finally in.
This doesn't have the phone.
Well, just kind of go, like I was, just quick, just kind of. I have also seen people when they drill through something that they're not supposed to, all the way they're supposed to drill, that far, and they end up drilling that far. Actually take a brass plate, put it on the back, and they'll fill the hole back in, then they'll re-drill it. All right, so we're here finishing up the plate for the winch on the trailer. We've got some welds done around the outside, and he's just getting ready to finish up the last little bits. By the time we're done, there'll be another little piece behind it. Winch will fit right here on top, pull back through here, and it'll pull any car you put behind this trailer onto it. So that's pretty much what we're doing. A little more of an angle, so got more of a 90 degree. So pull it. Like that. Okay. There you go. That looks good.
Did you get Joe talking about paintless and stuff?
Well, here we are another Wednesday night on the Mustang, 65 Mustang Project Sarge. We're working with painless wiring kit from their loom to their whole assembly kit for the 65-66 Mustang. Gotta tell you, it's a perfect fit. The wires are cut to the right length. Everything's labeled, even ends on them. Can't be better than that.
Ian with Rebuilding Generations here. We have a wonderful guest, Bill Paddock. Bill owns Phoenix Industries. Wonderful products, hose, fittings, basically fluid management if you want to call it that. Been exciting talking to you for the last few minutes about the car and some of the fittings and the products, but what really intrigues me is what you've got stuck in your garage. Let's hear a little bit about your toys.
Well, I have a bad habit. They're called Penske's. A PC7 and a PC10B that ran the Indy 500.
How cool is that?
The 10B is Al Unser Sr.'s championship car from '82, the Hertz car. And both my wife and I have driven and raced these cars in vintage racing over the last few years, along with vintage NASCAR and the historic NASCAR group, and it's just a lot of fun.
Outstanding. I think that's very cool. One of the things we do here, Bill, is obviously we want to teach the kids about the car industry. Not only being a mechanic, but it's important to us to teach them about the whole industry. How important do you feel it is to get these kids involved at a young age?
It's a huge problem today, and we've got several big problems here in Idaho. We don't have good manufacturing jobs for the kids coming out of high school. And one of the things we've been working on is trying to entice specialty automotive manufacturers to relocate, offer these kids careers in CNC machining, fabrication. I was just talking Jeff Buck looking for a fabricator.
Yeah.
So I called a friend of mine in California who's world class, and he said, "Oh, I'd love to move to Boise. $110,000 a year is what he makes as a fabricator." So these are some of the opportunities we need to open up to the younger people here. And what they're doing here, they're learning the basics and probably developing a love affair with this stuff that'll last an entire life. And hopefully it'll lead into a very productive career for them.
Well, I appreciate it. It's a pleasure meeting you. I appreciate you getting involved in the program. And we are going to have to come out and play with those cars a little bit.
They are fun cars.
All right.
They're
Thank you,
just
Bill.
too much work.
Appreciate it. Thank you very much.
All right.
Boy, what a night. We've had a lot of stuff done tonight. There's been lots of people here. Many hands make for less work is the truth. Can't thank Modern Driveline, Bruce Kocher and his guys over there, making sure we got that Tremec over here, getting that taken care of. We've got that attached to the 302 over there if you take a look later. Finishing up a couple of things here tonight before we clean up for the night. Just thank you so much for being a part of us and here at Rebuilding Generations and supporting us. And we look forward to next week with you.